Frankl doesn't like the idea about creating meaning. He is saying that meaning is everywhere, like an ocean, like Alex mentioned, like meaning like an ocean. But you need to develop the taste. You need to be attuned to reality. So I developed this little scale, measure meaning mindset. You need to have the attitude, the mindset. Then you'll be able to see meaning everywhere. Okay? The second principle is self-knowledge. From self-deception, again I switch, right? From self-deception to self-understanding. Now, I'm Superman. You see my muscles, I'll be in trouble. You know, like my friend at UCLA, Taylor, her name is, she developed this partial illusion. A partial illusion is good for you, right? Other people get drunk in an accident, not me. I can drive, but it won't happen to me. Okay? Other people smoke die, but not me. It won't happen to me. But somehow, they always had a positive idea about it will not affect them. So the positive illusion is good for you up to a degree. But when it becomes positive delusion, then you're in trouble. Okay? So to know yourself, somehow do not dream delusional dreams. Okay? And now, Rebecca here, here's a young lady. She did important work on know your identity. Okay? Know your identity, know your calling, know your role in the world. Now, my son is gay. Do you know that? Now you know. He was very unhappy, confused, angry. You know why? Because the church said gay is sinful, it's bad. And he went to get changed normal, like other people. He went to see counseling, therapy. Nothing worked. Until when? Until he came out and accept who he really is. Then he feels liberated. So that example of become who he really is, he's gay. He's different from me. I hope he's like me. He's have grandchildren, but he's gay. He married another guy. What can I do, right? But to him, it's a liberation to when he accepts his identity. Okay? And also, you have to know your core value. You know where you stand. Know your belief. Amy Manduson, who is an existential psychologist, very famous one. Last time he was here. In her therapy, she always focused on people's worldviews, assumptions, beliefs. You know, because the spiritual core is really the global meaning, really call for many things. So you really know your worldview, know your strengths, know your true self, and authenticity. My friend here, what's your name? Come on. What's your name? Gordon. Yeah, he did a work on authenticity. So my memory is not good now. Gordon. Yeah. Thank you. And so these are, you can do something to improve your self-knowledge. Okay. Now here's a test. Yeah. What's your dream? What's your goals? What's your passion? What's your skills? And all that has to do with self-knowledge. And it takes time. Know your inner resources. Authentic. Know what really matters. That's the key. I mean, when I did research, beginning research, I talk to people about meaning. They say, well, what's meaning? Tell me what really matters in your life. What is something worth dying for, worth living for? So that clarifies things. Now, self-discovery. Now, this is think about that. Okay? Self-discovery is through trial and error. What does that mean? When I was young, I full of dreams. Do you know what my first dream? But my teacher said, your hand is too small. hopeless for you. Forget it. My next dream is I want to be an artist. My teacher told me, you have no talent. My third dream is trying to be a creative writer. My brother, who is a genius, said, you'll never make it. So all my dreams for artistic creation are dead. And finally, I found psychology. That's my cup of tea. I made it. So young people come out, they won't know until they try, right? Trial and error. So Frankl was very wise. He said, you can't find meaning, discover your meaning by just reflection. It's by action, by action. Here's Johann Wolfgang said the same thing, right? Self-knowledge is not by reflection, but plunging into life and try things, do things, and to see what you can do and what really excites your passion, right? Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah. Now, here's the thing. Why do I talk about know yourself? Know yourself is essential for self-transcendence. Do you know Picasso? Picasso said, the meaning of life is to know your gifts and then give it away. Is it a good quote? Yeah? You can't give away if you don't know what you have. Logical. Know your gift, first step. Second step, give it away. If you don't give away, it's wasted. The more you give away, the better your gift is. Yeah? Self-determination. Yeah. The third process, from victimhood to agency. Now that is a big part of meaning. You're 100% responsible for your life. Not 80%, not 70%. Don't blame your parents, don't blame your neighborhood, don't blame your environment, don't blame society. You're 100% responsible for your life. Self-determination is something that pushes you from self-knowledge into activities. Okay? I say every choice is an expression of who you are. When we engage in the world, we reflect who we really are. And the third thing is that our struggle is to narrow between our ideal self and our real self. You know yourself and you know ideal. The whole struggle is how to narrow that gap. So meaning comes from committed action. If there's no commitment, you don't go very far. So a self-chosen journey is just as rewarding as the destination. You know what I mean? That means, my knee is hurting. Every step is my reward. Right? Every step my reward. Every step is my peace. Oh, this for me? Oh, thank you. How sweet. If the world doesn't recognize me, so no big deal. The world doesn't, who is the poor Wong? What? No, who is he? I'm not depending on recognition or reward from the world because my path is my reward. That's the beauty of intrinsic motivation. Right? Buddha? Self-determination, right? Now, there's a very, when Richard Ryan was here last time, and we asked him to say, well, remember you asked him, what is self-determined theory different from meaning theory? He said, well, self-determined theory is meaning theory. He's right and he's wrong. He's right because self-determined theory is a big part of the meaning theory. But meaningful is more than that. Meaningful have self-awareness, self-knowledge, right? And self-determination, and more. Self-transcendence. That's also come from Frankl, from ego to logos.